falls so low. Iku is able to find one, can't destroy the Quartermaster, as it's just came around the deployment. Just be a ramp. Forcing the nano from the Zeniths, but Nathan is woken by something. As he's just not straight in the face.
Nathan gets 3.
He's able to get a fort too.
Oh.
He's able to get punched. Red Cactus going in with the blade, trying to find something, but he's all twisted and turned around. He has no clue where to go. Iku is able to find Fedora and Milo, able to find Dongmagler as well. Comes out. Milo solo, Milo taken down. Fedora falls half. Oh my god! Dongmagler was flung! Red Cactus able to take down Quebec though. It's the beginning, but it's just Red Cactus versus the world right now.
Enough. Yeah. Page here too. Frosty also was close to this Katsune rush.
Yeah. The Suzu was forced by that huge axe. It just allowed Nathan to go in with that rampage. Absolutely massive.
I honestly don't
find Red Cactus because he goes in a little bit too greedy. He was able to find Aurora Master. That should be.
Before he gets taken down, Flambo's able to stay on the point, so is Dongmagler.
Yeah.
Like,
the blade was pulled by Rat Cactus. Not able to find anything because of that beef from Hayden as well. He was able to find Flambo Jambo though. He was able to find Dongmagler as well. Solo. They just, Dongers need to try to get out if they can. They might not be able to though. DP force them. Run. This could be it. That's gonna be checkpoint too.
Cool with the
swing through the Corey, the Suzu is forced. As well, Cool finds Flambo before he's able to find Beat. As well, Nathan finds Fedora Master. Both the sports are down. Dongmagler's solo.
Dongmagler has the blizz, but I don't know if there's very much he can do here.
It's just Caber now against the world. They don't even need that Kitsune rush. That's gonna be it for map 1 of this. The wall comes out.
The wall was a little bit late, so Donger does fall to the window spam.
Yeah. Oh, they just gotta start to live. Nathan's getting so much relief right now. The boop on the Milo again.
The Donger that just disengage here.
Though. Yeah.
Oh, they get the Lucio.
The wall's out. Red Cactus gonna fall. We're gonna fall too. Window. But they're just gonna be walking past. Doormaster was able to find Corey with that window confine.
Big rampage.
That's huge.
Rampage gets 2.
That's like just trying to run away. Nathan's in the back line, trying to do as much as he can as Fedora is able to find 2 more. Oh, the lamp comes up with Frosty trying to save Nathan, but not able to save him for long enough as the swerve takes him down.
Are looking to catch Corey here.
Yeah, trying to catch Corey as they're able to actually find Hayden, as they're all trying to bum rush Corey right now. That's gonna be it.
And Akuin out here, it's gonna be really tough to.
Flux only able to find Caber. The lamp is perfect for Milo. It will save him just barely.
Milo does fall both
too good. Dong just needs to hold on a little longer. Oh, there to touch.
I don't know. Hawk coming out from the Dongers here. We'll see how it works into this brawl comp.
He was able to find a headshot so early on the Flambo. That's big. Might be able to find Hayden, but doesn't look like it is. Let's give you a force. Trying to walk past the window, but the overclock does so much damage, especially if it's behind a window.
Overclocked through the window, yeah. Rex Cactus with the blade. I don't know if he's gonna opt to use it here. He might save it, but
he should.
Yeah. They do get almost 100% off that. So that's gonna be really good for them.
Able to get the blitz round, but he just gets punched right in the face. Captain's able to find Flambo. Well, Red Cactus is taken down during his blade, though. This could be big. A cool fall solo. Iku was able to find one Cactus charging Quartermaster as it's just came around the deployment. Just be a ramp. Forcing the nano from the Zeniths, but Nathan is woken by something. As he's just not straight in the face.
Nathan gets 3.
He's able to get a fort too.
Oh.
He's able to get punched. Red Cactus going in with the blade, trying to find something, but he's all twisted and turned around. He has no clue where to go. Iku is able to find Fedora and Milo, able to find Dongmagler as well. Comes out. Milo solo, Milo taken down. falls half.
Oh
my
god!
god! He was flung! Red Cactus able to take down Quebec though. It's the beginning, but it's just Red Cactus versus the world
I don't know
right now.
enough. Yeah. Page here too. Frosty also was close to this Katina rush.
Yeah. The Suzu was forced by that huge axe. It just allowed Nathan to go into that rampage. Absolutely massive.
I honestly don't
Find Red Cactus as he goes in a little bit too greedy. He was able to find Aurora Master. That should be.
Before he gets taken down, Flame was able to stay on the point, so was Dong Waggler.
Yeah.
Like,
Then the blade was pulled by Rat Cactus. Not able to find anything because of that beef from Hayden as well. He was able to find Flambo Jambo though. He was able to find Dog Magler as well. So low. They just, Dongers need to try to get out if they can. They might not be able to though. DP force them. Alright. This could be it. That's gonna be checkpoint too.
Akua with
The swing through the to Corey, the Suzu is forced. As well, Akua finds Flambo before he's able to find Beat. As well, Nathan finds Fedora Master. Both the sports are down. Dongwaggler's so low.
Dongwaggler has the blizz, but I don't know if there's very much he can do here.
It's just Caber now against the world. They don't even need that Kitsune rush. That's gonna be it for map 1 of this. The wall comes out.
The wall was a little bit late, so Donger does fall to the window spam.
Yeah. Oh, they just gotta start to live. Nathan's getting so much relief right now. The boop on the Milo again.
The Dongers, I think, should just disengage here.
Yeah,
oh, they get the Lucio.
The wall's out. Red Cactus is gonna fall.
Low.
We're gonna fall too. No, but they're just gonna be walking past. Doormaster's able to find Corey with that window confine.
Big rampage.
That's huge.
Rampage gets 2.
That's like just trying to run away. Nathan's in the back line, trying to do as much as he can as Fedora is able to find 2 more. Oh, the lamp comes up and Frosty trying to save Nathan, but not able to save him for long enough as the swerve takes him down.
Are looking to catch Corey here.
Yeah, trying to catch Corey as they're able to actually find Hayden as they're all trying to bum rush Corey right now. That's gonna be it.
And Akua up here, it's gonna be really tough to.
Flux only able to find Caber. The lamp is perfect for Milo, able to save him just barely.
Milo does fall with
too good. Dong just needs to hold on a little longer. Dong's there to touch.
I don't know. Off coming out from the Dongers here. We'll see how it works into this brawl comp.
He was able to find a headshot so early on the Flambo. That's big. Might be able to find Hayden, but doesn't look like it is. Let's give you a force.
Here for Dan.
Trying to walk past the window, but the overclock does so much damage, especially if it's behind a window.
Overclocked through the window, yeah. Rex Cactus with the blade. I don't know if he's gonna opt to use it here. He might save it, but
should.
Yeah. They do get almost 100% off that. So that's gonna be really good for them.
Able to get the blitz route, but he just gets punched right in the face. Captain's able to find Flambo while Red Cactus is taken down during his blade though. This could be big. Akua falls so low. Akua is able to find one Cactus to try to put her master as it's just came around the corner. Just be a wrap. Where's the nano from the Zeniths, but Nathan is woken by something. As he's just not straight in the face.
Nathan gets 3.
He's able to get a 4-2.
Wow.
He's able to get punched. Red Cactus going in with the blade, trying to find something, but he's all twisted and turned around. He has no clue where to go. Akua's able to find Fedora and Milo, able to find Dong Waggler as well. Comes out. Milo solo, Milo taken down. Fedora falls half. Oh my god! He was flung! Red Cactus able to take down Quebec though. It's the beginning, but it's just Red Cactus versus the world right now.
Enough. Yeah. Page here too. Frosty also was close to this Katina rush.
Yeah. The Suzu was forced by that huge axe. It just allowed Nathan to go into that rampage. Absolutely massive.
I honestly don't
find Red Cactus as he goes in a little bit too greedy. was able to find Aurora Master. That should be.
Before he gets taken down, Flame was able to stay on the point, so was Dongwaggler.
Yeah.
Like,
The blade was pulled by Rat Cactus. Not able to find anything because of that beef from Hayden as well. He was able to find Flambo Jambo though. He was able to find Dongwaggler as well. So low. They just, Dongers need to try to get out if they can. They might not be able to though. DP force them. Run. This could be it. That's gonna be checkpoint too.
So cool with the
This one comes out into Corey, the Suzu is forced. As well, Cool finds Flambo before he's able to find Beat. As well, Nathan finds Fedora Master. Both the sports are down. Dongwaggler's so low.
Dongwaggler has the blizz, but I don't know if there's very much he can do here.
It's just Cabra now against the world. They don't even need that Kitsune rush. That's gonna be it for map 1 of this. The wall comes out.
The wall was a little bit late, so Donger does fall to the window spam.
Yeah. Oh, they just gotta start to live. Nathan's getting so much relief right now. The boop onto Milo again. Lucky.
The Dongers, I think, should just disengage here.
Yeah,
oh, they get the Lucio.
The wall's out. Red Cactus is gonna fall.
Low.
Okay, we're gonna fall too. No, but they're just gonna be walking past. Doormaster's able to find Corey with that window confine.
Big Rampage.
That's huge.
Rampage gets 2.
That's like just trying to run away. Nathan's in the back line, trying to do as much as he can as Fedora is able to find 2 more. Oh, the lamp comes up from Frosty trying to save Nathan, but not able to save him for long enough. Is the swerve that takes him down.
Are looking to catch Corey here.
Yeah, trying to catch Corey as they're able to actually find Hayden, as they're all trying to bum rush Corey right now. That's gonna be it.
And Akuin up here. It's gonna be really tough to.
Flux only able to find Caber. The lamp is perfect for Milo. Able to save him just barely.
Milo does fall
just
both
too good. Dong just needs to hold on a little longer. Oh, I'm there to touch.
I don't know. Off coming out from the Dongers here. We'll see how it works into this ball comp.
He was able to find a headshot so early on the Flambo. That's big. Might be able to find Hayden, but doesn't look like it is. Let's give you a force.
Be here for Dan.
Trying to walk past the window, but the overclock does so much damage, especially if it's behind a window.
Overclocked through the window, yeah. Rex Cactus with the blade. I don't know if he's gonna opt to use it here. He might save it, but
He should.
yeah. They do get almost 100% off that. So that's gonna be really good for them.
Able to get the blitz round, but he just gets punched right in the face. Captain's able to find Flambo while Red Cactus is taken down during his blade, though. This could be big. It could fall so low. If he was able to find one, Cactus is charging Quarter Master, as it's just came around the corner. This would be a wrap. Where's the nano from the Zeniths, but Nathan is woken by something. As he's just not straight in the face.
Nathan gets 3.
He's able to get a 4-2.
Wow.
He's able to get punched. Red Cactus going in with the blade, trying to find something, but he's all twisted and turned around. He has no clue where to go. Iku is able to find Fedora and Milo, able to find Dongwaggler as well. Comes out. Milo solo, Milo taken down. Fedora falls half. Oh my god! He was flung! Red Cactus able to take down Quebec though. It's the beginning, but it's just Red Cactus versus the world right now.
Enough. Yeah. Page here too. Frosty also is close to this Kitsune rush.
Yeah. The Suzu is forced by that huge axe. It just allowed Nathan to go in with that rampage. Absolutely massive.
I honestly don't
find Red Cactus as he goes in a little bit too greedy. He was able to find Aurora Master. That should be.
Before he gets taken down, Flame was able to stay on the point, so was Dongwaggler.
Yeah.
Like,
the blade was pulled by Rat Cactus. Not able to find anything because of that beef from Hayden as well. He was able to find Flambo Jambo though. He was able to find Dongwaggler as well. So low. Dongers need to try to get out if they can. They might not be able to though. DP force them. Run. This could be it. That's gonna be checkpoint too.
So cool with the
This one comes out into Corey, the Suzu is forced. As well. Cool finds Flambo before he's able to find Beat. As well, Nathan finds Fedora Master. Both the sports are down. Dogwaggler's so low.
Dogwaggler has the blizz, but I don't know if there's very much he can do here.
It's just Caber now against the world. They don't even need that Kitsune rush. That's gonna be it for map 1. The wall comes out.
The wall was a little bit late, so Donger does fall to the window spam.
Yeah. Oh, they just gotta start to live. Nathan's getting so much plate right now. The boop on the Milo again.
The Dogmers, I think, should just disengage here.
Yeah,
oh, they get the Lucio.
The wall's out. Red Cactus gonna fall. We're gonna fall too. But no, but they're just gonna be walking past. Doormaster's able to find Corey with that window confine.
Big Rampage.
That's huge.
Rampage gets 2.
Looks like just trying to run away. Nathan's in the back line, trying to do as much as.
Welcome everyone to week 7 of Aurora. Going into Colosseo here. I think this could be a really interesting matchup here. Chernobyl Chinchillas versus the Zealous Zeniths. Zeniths are down Hayden, so they will have Nort Logic ringing for Hayden, which I don't know if I've ever seen Nort play Lucio at all. Also, Booney has been having issues with his ping, so we'll see if and how much he plays today. Yeah, like, as of right now, at least, it is still kind of early, but Zeniths are, like, one of the higher-seeded teams in the league, leading their division right now. But they are coming off a really rough loss to I almost said the Baked Brawlers. It's the Berlin Brawlers. So we'll see if that really affects their mental at all. Both teams are running stuff that were similar to what they were running last week, so nothing really surprising me here. Really interesting to see how this Ramattra plays up against the Queen. I personally think that the brawl tanks like Ryan and Zarya play really well into it. I think Ramattra also might be a pretty good matchup into this Queen. Kua and Quarry are on Genji and Tracer here. So Kua likely looking for some opening damage. Mikey also on Genji. So we'll see if like who gets the bigger value on the Genji here. A lot of resources are being used by PJ here. Akua does end up finding Mikey. Force out Nemesis form by PJ and the lamp by Riddle Dog. Riddle Dog ends up falling, so that this fight will go in favor of the Zealous Zeniths here. Again, the Zealous Zeniths are doing pretty good right now. The Chinchillas, after making like a lot of improvements throughout the season, are still like searching for their first win. So they've looked really close multiple times this season to getting that win, but not quite close enough. Mikey jumps in, almost gets Corey. Corey managing to stay alive there. Akua ends up getting chunked down pretty low. It looks like it's also going to be able to escape. Akua is very close to this blade. Nathan ends up getting taken down really early by PJ. And the Chinchillas are looking to capitalize off this. Mikey ends up getting, or Akua ends up getting Mikey. So still really even, but without the tank, you gotta say that Chinchillas are favored to win this fight here. They are at minimum going to get some of this the point push here. Corey does manage to get out. Akua and Frosty are on a really deep flank right now. With this blade coming up soon. Oh no, Akua doesn't, it was just leaving there. But yeah, Akua really close to this blade. Charmatron does not have the beat yet. So it could be a very impactful blade here, especially with Susie just used from Riddle Dog. PJ ends up using Nemesis form after getting chunked down really low. They might not even need the blade. Do still opt to use it. They end up taking down PJ, looking for Skycer. Gets Skycer. Also gets Charmatron and looking for Riddle Dog here. Riddle Dog and Mikey. Nord actually goes in with 2. Really clean fight there. Again, I don't know if they needed the blade, but like it doesn't hurt to use it to secure the fight. 1 ult for a very clean fight win there is actually really good. We still have a lot of ults coming out from both teams. The big one I'm looking at right now is this Overclock used early, actually. Just forces them off. So it looks like the Zeniths are going to get the point just off that Overclock creating that much space. What I was going to say is I'm really looking forward to this Rampage here from the Junker Queen. Kitsune Rush used on both sides. PJ falls really low and they're getting taken down. Mike uses the blade looking for Nort. Akua ends up taking down Mikey. So Zeniths, I think, are going to be able to find the picks here. Real Dog gets taken down late. It looks like Skycer and Charbatron might be able to make it out with their lives. Mikey swaps over to this the Mei, looking for a little bit more brawl potential than running the Genji. Possibly looking for some of these big walls here. Real Dog's got to play really smart with this Suzu here against this the Rampage. I mean, I guess that the beat's there now too, so Charbatron could look for a big beat. Mikey ends up taking out Corey actually, and Skycer using this overclock. Nathan uses the Rampage. Cleanse comes out from Riddle Dog and the beat for good measure. Nathan ends up taking down Skycer, but I think this is just looking for like a good fight here for the Chinchillas. Akua, I think, is going to be able to get out here, but yeah, really expensive fight from both sides. I would say ultimately it's probably slightly in favor of the Zeniths there. Yeah, a lot of ults used from both sides. Akua getting close to this blade, and again, Charbatron just used the beat last fight, so not going to have the beat for that. I guess they do have a lot of escape abilities. They do have a lot of kind of life-saving abilities, like the Ice Block and the Suzu here. Wall comes out on it. Nathan's up falling really low. Looks like it's going to get healed up. Uses the Shout. Beat is used. The Blade is also used. And the Rampage into the backline. Akua gets Charbatron with the Blade. Corey gets Riddle Dog. Nor gets taken down the other side. Nathan falls really low, but so does PJ. PJ gets taken down by Akua. And then Corey's going to slide out. I don't even know if he's going to make it out. I think he will. Or, sorry, Corey's going to slide out. Or Skycer's going to slide out. So yeah, beat and Blade exchange for the Rampage. Slightly favored for the Chinchillas, but a lot of really good ults coming out from the Zeniths, even with this ult advantage. Mikey could look for the Blizzard here. If he manages to catch anyone, this could be a really big Blizzard. PJ falls really low. Kitsune Rush used on both sides along with Corey's Overclock here. Blizzard is used, does not find anything. Corey looking for Skycer with this Overclock. Nathan uses the Rampage, gets 3. No Suzu. Mikey gets taken down by the bleed from the Rampage. Frosty gets Charbatron, and then it looks like PJ is gonna fall. And it could potentially be last fight here. Riddle Dog is still alive, contesting the point, but I don't think he will be able to do a lot here. Akua close to this blade again, but Charbatron getting really close to this beat. Could be a really impactful beat if Charbatron manages to build it in time. Yeah, but this close to the final checkpoint, looks like it could be last fight. Mike ends up getting taken down by Nathan really early. Charbatron is super close to this beat. Could use it for sustain here. Charbatron gets taken down by Akua. Akua's gonna get this blade here. And yeah, I don't know if the Chinchillas are gonna be able to do a lot. Yeah, they might not even be able to get touch here. The blade is used. More of a zoning blade than anything, but Zealous Zeniths take the first map. Pretty dominant fashion, too. I think there's really only one fight that Chinchillas won. So, we'll see if they make any changes going into map 3 here, but yeah, Akua just playing his signature Genji here, and it gets a ton of value. So, yeah, we'll see if they make any adjustments on the side of the Chinchillas, but we'll be back shortly, guys. Stick with us. Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready to go into map 2 here. Chinchillas have picked Numbani, which is a very interesting pick. Personally, the way that Akua played on that Genji, the way we all know that Nathan can play on that Winston, I I think this is going to be a tough match for the Chinchillas. Nathan and Frosty also are like, last season on the Zeros too, were very proficient on playing the Ana with the Winston. So we'll see if the Chinchillas have something cooking here. Let's see. Huh? Also, want to give a big shout out in the Twitch chat for Paninii with the 12-month subscription. Congratulations on being a year subscriber to Aurora. And yeah, like we expected, we see Nathan on the Winston, we see Frosty on the Ana. Mikey is maybe that's what they're cooking, is to put Mikey on Tracer. We've seen it a couple of times. Mikey on this Tracer kid just 1v5 teams. We actually have double hit scan coming out from Akua and from Quarry. I don't know if these are comfort picks or if they're expecting like maybe a flyer or something coming out from the Chinchillas. But I think we have pretty decent comps on both sides. The support line for the Chinchillas is a little bit unorthodox with the Kiri Lucia, but I definitely could see it working. Playing kind of like a 5-man dive. It's like PJ jumps onto Quarry, forces the coach gun. Looks like they're just looking for soft dives while Mikey goes and sets up on this off angle here. Mikey is looking for Akua in this little underpass here. They do push Akua, force him back. Yeah, this high ground control just so decisive for the Zeniths right now. PJ falls really low too. Real Dog gets Quarry actually. It could be a big pick to open it up here. Real Dog does end up getting taken down by Akua, and Sky ends up falling to Nort Logic. So, I saw the plan there for the Chinchillas. I think they honestly could just try it again. It just they forced the cooldowns, but they didn't really have anyone to push the high ground there. They put a lot of resources into Akua, but Akua just has that the slide. They're doing that again. They're forcing Akua. Akua just slides up to high ground. Bubble is used. They should be able to get everyone up in this little the building on this right side here. PJ ends up jumping in, gets I think booped by Nort. It's a really rough spot to be in. Quarry gets a Riddle Dog, or Quarry gets Mikey, and then Akua gets Riddle Dog. Again, I saw the plan they had. There was a very big whip shot from Nort to kind of keep PJ off the high ground. The dives look really coordinated. It's just, I don't know. They're just not executing properly. A lot of really good plays for the Zeniths to kind of keep everyone alive and try to just prevent this this dive here. Getting a ton of ults here. The only one on the Zeniths that's kind of far away is this this Bob from Quarry. PJ gets everyone in a tiny room here with the Primal, and the Zeniths just kill 3. That looks really good there for PJ up on that high ground there. I don't know if he just didn't have anyone with him, but Nathan just able to trade onto the back line of the Chinchillas. Almost are going to have a full ult bank from both sides here. This nano onto Nathan, I think, could be really devastating, especially if they are able to... they honestly could just use it to counter dive PJ here. They are looking for the backline. I think they're going to look for this Lucio here. Riddle Dog is poking Nathan to try to keep him out. Another boop comes out on PJ. PJ falls really low and just gets 300 damage in one shot. I don't know who did that much damage, but... And Nano really the only thing used for the Zeniths. Now we're looking at 1 minute left. And the Chinchilla is just unable to get anything to happen here. TP used from Riddle Dog to get out, but... The stagger there could have been really devastating, but Riddle Dog is able to make it out, but... Yeah, going into 4 ults, especially with 2 hit scans up on this high ground here, is really difficult. Skycer gets deleted by Nathan. PJ does fall in the backline. Also gets booped again. Bomb comes out on Nathan, and Nathan doesn't move. Akua just dies to the bomb. Picks are going in favor of the Chinchillas here. PJ gets Nort. Corey gets Mikey, though. Nathan uses the Primal, looks for the backline here. Again, looking for Charbotron on this Lucio here. Charbotron able to just kind of stay alive here with this beat here. I think they're going to opt to save it. The Chinchillas, I think, are able to break through that stout defense there from the Zeniths. Overclock used. Blade is also used from Skycer, and Charbotron uses the beat. The Blade gets 2, looking for 3. 4K from Skycer there, really good engage. They did use the beat and the Blade just against the Overclock, but the way that point was looking there, you kind of got to overinvest if you can guarantee you win the fight there. So it went from, I believe, 10 ults to 0, so... Pretty clean ult banks here. I guess the next closest one's going to be Frosty with this Nano. Just the way that New Bonnie is laid out, that first point is just so hard to attack. So hopefully now that the Chinchillas kind of broke through that first point hold there, they could look to put something together here. The high ground's not as, what's the word? Oppressive. It's not as oppressive as, first point. Corey ends up getting Skycer there. I think both teams are just opting to play slow, build up some ults here. Nathan jumps in, does actually lose quite a bit of health, but is able to get out with his life. Riddle Dog close to this Kitsune Rush, but also Frosty's really close to this Nano. Akua swaps over to the Tracer here. Mikey gets taken down really low. They just are diving. Mikey forces the slide and then just chunk him down there. Chinchillas are still just pushing the point here, but I don't know if, now that the Charbotron fell, I don't know if they're able to do anything here. Primal's used from PJ, looking for Frosty. I don't know if he's going to be able to find anything, so... Wait, Skycer actually takes down Akua. And PJ actually does make it out with his life, so... Probably would like that Primal back, but it's a good thing that he didn't get staggered out there. Real Dog gets the headshot on Corey, his former guinea pig teammate. 5 ults here from the Zeniths. This is going to be really rough if the Zeniths are just use these ults properly. A lot of ults are coming up very soon for the Chinchillas, though. Nano is used on Nathan. Nathan, again, is looking for this backline here. Charbotron gets taken down super low, doesn't get taken down. Rally used from Nort, gets taken down through it. Skycer gets Frosty there. Bob used from Corey. Mikey uses the overclock. PJ finds Akua. Nathan gets takes down Mikey while he's using that overclock, and the Bob is just kind of shooting on point here. Nathan is looking for Riddle Dog. Riddle Dog uses the TP to get out. Uses the Suzu to stay alive. Could go either way here. The spawns, I think, are slightly favored for the Zeniths here. Nathan falls super low. Doesn't end up getting out with his life. But Corey might get taken down here. Riddle Dog finds a headshot on Corey there. Blade used from Skycer. Skycer gets Nort looking for Frosty. Frosty gets taken down. Now they just need to turn and get Nathan and Akua here. Nathan's super low. Looks like the Chinchillas are going to come away with point 2 here. And again, like I was saying, with how dominant that first point is, anything past that is still very good. A lot of times you do see, if that first point is capped, second point is really tough to hold if you're defending, but this third point is, with the close spawns for the defense, it's a really defender heavy here. Charbotron with this beat here. Nathan jumps onto the back line. Again, is looking for Mikey. Skycer is really low. Skycer gets taken down. It looks like, oh, PJ uses the Primal, so it does manage to stay alive through that dive there. Mikey close to this pulse bomb. Could look for a big stick here. PJ falls really low, but the support is there. Real Dog is building this Kitsune Rush very quickly. Corey does swap over to the Cassidy. Probably just provide a little bit more peel onto the Tracer. Pulse gets 2! Mikey gets the stick onto Corey, and I think Nort, also died from it there. Nathan ends up getting taken down. Akua is trying his best here, but Charbotron does have this beat, but the Nano and the Primal are available for the Zenith. They are very close to this High Noon and this Rally. Nort gets taken down early there. They're looking for Corey. Mikey sees Frosty. Beat used. Skyster doesn't end up getting taken down, but the beat should be able to keep everyone else nice and healthy. Frosty gets taken down there by Mikey. The picks are coming in favor of the Chinchillas here, so they might be able to take third point here. The spawns are so favored for the defense, so the spawns are just getting back instantly for the Zeniths. Corey uses the High Noon. Does get Riddle Dog. Main source of healing is down. Also, Charbotron does fall. And I think with again with these spawns, it's going to be go in favor of the Zeniths here. Mikey's trying his best, but I believe it's a 2v5. So I don't think he'll be able to do very much there. All things considered, especially how that first attack was looking, very good push for the Chinchillas. Again, like I said, it's so hard to full cap on defense, or full cap on third point of Numbani. So I'm pretty happy with that if I'm the Chinchillas. Again, especially looking how it was, they were almost going to get full held. 1.32 meters from full capping. That's pretty good. They did start to make a lot of swaps there at the end, and they looked like they were helping out quite a bit for the Zeniths. Mikey did go onto that Tracer. Again, like, Mikey's Tracer is very good. The Brig and the Cass are able to put quite a bit of pressure there. But now that I mentioned that, Mikey swaps over to the Echo with Charbotron on the Mercy. I think that's a very interesting swap. I think that is could have the potential to be very good. Mikey very good on this Echo, especially with the Mercy Pocket. At least what they're running out with right now, no hit scan on the side of the Zeniths. But both Corey and Akua are very proficient on that hit scan, so I could see a Cass, a Sojourn, and an Ashe, anything like that, just come out from either of those DPS players. Corey is running a Echo of his own, but does not have the Mercy Pocket, as they opt to put Nord on the Brig. Should provide their backline with a little bit more beef against this dive here, but it does take a little bit damage away from Corey that Mikey would be getting on his side. Skyster is on the Ashe. Doesn't end up getting taken down by Nathan. Charbotron might be looking for a res here, but I don't know if she's going to get it. Mikey gets Corey, and it looks like Akua might fall too. Charbotron does get the res onto Skyster there. It looks like the Zeniths are having to reset here. Focusing Beam comes out. Bubble barely saves Nathan's life, and Nathan will get topped off here by Frosty. Frosty already has 50% to this Nano, building it really quickly. But also at the same time, Mikey's almost close to this duplicate. Another combo comes out from Mikey to one-shot Akua. Corey is on this flank here. Is looking to back off after getting some poke. Mikey already has the... Less than a minute, Mikey has the duplicate. Opts to copy the Ana. Very close to this Nano. I don't know if they're really going to have anyone to Nano here. The res does come out. Yeah, no one to Nano there, but I guess buying some time. Akua falls so low. Mikey was like maybe a pixel off from killing Akua right there. Again, a lot of the ults are starting to come out from the Zenith, so it could look to be a pretty good opening here for them. I think what I'm looking at here is this Nano from Frosty. Nathan does look to jump it, does get coached off by Skyser. Falls really low, but again with this, oh, actually, Mikey finds Nort Logic. The Zeniths are just trading onto the backline. Nathan does end up taking down Charbotron. Primal is used, should be able to kill Corey here. Corey uses the duplicate on the Winston. Meanwhile, Akua and Nathan managed to get some kills in the backline here. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yeah, Nathan with the Primal, I think it's 2 there. TJ is 8 HP, so he won't be able to contest that there. Although it was looking really good there for the Chinchillas, that Nathan with the Primal just able to get so much value there. Like we saw earlier, it is really tough to hold this second point. Especially with kind of the late deaths coming out. I don't know if they'll be able to set up with this close high ground. Akua and this Genji is very close to this this blade here. With no really defensive ult from either support of the Chinchillas, could be really big for this blade here. The Valk is used to keep everyone nice and healthy here. So is the Kitsune Rush. PJ actually takes down Akua. Mikey goes to copy the Ana again, gets 3 with the nade. At that point, the fight's already over. They might not even go in here. Sleep comes out on a Nathan, but again, I don't know if there's very much you can do as an Ana that early into the fight. Corey is close to a duplicate of his own. Again, with this blade from Akua, could be really big. Akua uses the blade, gets Skycer looking for the Mercy, takes down Charbatron, but PJ ends up getting Akua, so 2 from the blade. It could still be winnable here for either team, really. Corey again close to this duplicate. Skycer coming back with the Bob. Where this point is at right now, it looks like they'll be able to get a full contest from the Chinchillas, again with this Bob coming out soon. PJ with a Primal, but also Nathan with a Primal of his own here. Yeah, Bob used early. PJ looks to go in there. Nort ends up getting taken down. Akua does swap over to the cast. He's had enough of Mikey wreaking havoc. Akua ends up taking down Mikey. Primal is used after Akua gets that pick there. Both Winstons are primaling in the backline. Hinder comes out on a PJ, keeping him from jumping out. Nano used right after the Primal ended, along with the duplicate from Corey onto this Ashe here. Nathan getting 4th. That fight, Nathan on this Winston is putting in so much value here. Bob is used, but despawns as Corey's duplicate just ended. 3 minutes is a pretty good time going into this 3rd point, but again, it's very defender heavy here. Akua close to this high noon, might be looking for a flank here. Nathan falls super low, but is able to get out with his life. Akua does not, though, as Skycer takes down Akua. Really good place to hold here for the Chinchillas. Are looking for Corey here. PJ falls super low, but Mikey ends up getting Nort taken down. And it looks like where the payload is stopped right here. They might be able to get 2 more fights before the payload wraps down the final stretch of 3rd point. Mikey close to this duplicate here. Also, Riddle Dog with the Kitsune Rush. Uses the Kitsune Rush first. PJ goes in. Forces out the nade from Frosty. High Noon is also used from Akua. Chinchilla's just able to back up. They do manage to find Corey there. Looking for more. Frosty falls super low. Frosty uses the nade. Nathan finds PJ. Mikey's dupe gets taken down by Akua. So still pretty even on both sides. Skycer is super close to this Bob here. Might just give some space and try to throw the Bob out just to get a little bit more pressure on the point here. PJ is back. Bob used early there. Primal used by Nathan. Let's see if he can get another like 4K Primal here. Does Primal Skycer off the map. Skycer's Bob finds Frosty. So still pretty good trades on both sides. Riddle Dog falls super low, but does TP out. PJ using a Primal of his own. Not able to get any kills, but does get quite a bit of space off that. Corey and Frosty are also very close to their ults here, and really no more ults here for the Chinchillas. The Chinchillas like the way they're set up right now. They're not really looking for anything here. Again, with this the ult advantage here, I don't hate that. Just build some more ults of your own. Nano used early on to Nathan. Nathan is looking for Skycer. Corey ends up getting the headshot on the Skycer there. Mike ends up finding Corey on the other side. Riddle Dog is getting chased down by Nathan. Does get the TP out, barely. But Akua does find PJ. High Noon is used, does get Charbatron. And then Akua gets another onto Riddle Dog late there. PJ onto this Doomfist. 1 minute left. They should be able to get a touch here, especially now that Skycer's onto this Tracer here. PJ gets slept. The Hinder comes out onto Charbatron. Akua does find Charbatron. PJ falls really low, but Nort Logic does fall to Mikey. Again, the picks are starting to come in favor of the Zeniths. Corey gets 2 in the last fight there, and the Zeniths do casually roll the payload into that 3rd point. So I think we did see a lot of really good adjustments there from the Chinchillas, but just the Zeniths are just too strong. Able to clutch out late, able to get a ton of value on this Winston here. beat blade combo out from the Chinchillas. I believe got 4 here. 3 and then the right click onto Quarry. Oh, the melee onto Quarry. So, we will take a short break. We will be back shortly, guys. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Going into next map is Busan here. Do see a lot of swaps coming out from both sides. We have seen this before from the Zeniths, especially after they traded for Booney. We have Booney coming on over to the tank, similar to what they were doing with Cathect before the trade. But they have Booney coming over to tank, Nathan going over onto support. Oh. Nathan going over onto support. They've been playing a lot of Ramatra, Frosty on the Lucio, and Nathan on the Baptiste. I don't know what is going on with my... There we go. Weird. Booney is baiting here. He's not going to play the Doomfist. And then on the other side, we see a very interesting swap here. I don't know if we've seen this all season. We do see Sly going onto this support. I think this season we expected him to play a lot of DPS. But we do see Riddle Dog going over onto the DPS, and we see Zeus going over onto the support here. Kind of made a name for himself on the support. I believe he's a high GM support player. So returning to his roots here. Another thing, this is the first time we get to see Booney play against his former team in the Chinchillas. Nathan does jump in. Riddle Dog actually gets quarried. Akua gets slept there. Does get taken down by Riddle Dog. Riddle Dog with 2. Riddle Dog with 3. Oh, PJ steals the 4K. So Chinchillas. Very decisive first fight there. Riddle Dog with a 3K on the Sojourn. We don't see a lot of it, but Riddle Dog is very confident on these DPS, especially the hit scan DPS. I think he's very skilled at. I know he's played a lot of Cassidy in the past. Sojourn, I think, also fits into his wheelhouse. Gets Nathan early there. Booney ends up popping the Nemesis form, runs into the backline, takes down Mikey. But the picks are still going in favor of the Chinchillas here. Sly able to farm very close to this Nano here, so a lot of ults are coming up for the Chinchillas. Where he does swap over to the Sojourn. I don't know if that's like an ego thing, as he wants to ego Riddle Dog on the Sojourn, or... Nano is used. Does Nano, Nathan, or does Nano PJ looking for Nathan there? Booney pops the Nemesis form, but there's only so much he can do when there's a Nano Winston in your backline. Pulse does come out, does catch Sly. So still relatively even. Frosty falls really low, I think is able to escape with his life. PJ is looking for Corey there. Does take down Corey, and Mikey also finds his counterpart in Akua. Booney is trying his best, but can't really do a lot on point by himself. Lamp does come back. Nathan's coming back from spawn here soon. Annihilation is popped from Booney. It does get a lot of spacing there. It was a zoning Annihilation. Not able to find the kills, though. Akua does swap over to this Genji. I think he identifies the very squishy backline of the Chinchillas. Doesn't matter when Riddle Dog is able to punch Akua in the face. Amplification Matrix used by Nathan. Also, Beat is used by Frosty there. Riddle Dog popping the Overclock. Instantly shreds the sound barrier off of Nathan there. Does find Booney. Or he does pop an Overclock of his own. Akua forced a recall by the shots coming out from Riddle. Corey does end up taking down PJ. Already at 82% here. I don't think PJ will be back in time for this fight, so the Chinchillas might opt to give some point percentage here to get a better positioning for this next fight. Valk and Pulse really the only ultimates here, so it is a pretty dry fight here. Trade on for the flex supports on both sides. Frosty falls really low. Lamp is used. Booney does get his punchies under the back line. Corey is forced to slide away. Corey actually gets pushed off the map. I don't know how PJ didn't get the kill credit for that, but the jump assist gets the kill onto Corey. Booney ends up getting taken down late there. And the cleanup, I think, is going to be there for the Chinchillas at 94%. I don't know if the Zeniths are going to be able to execute a comeback on this point here. Primal is used. Yeah, no one's able to touch here. So yeah, the swaps coming out from the Chinchillas are very big. Riddle Dog able to put in work on this Sojourn. Also, because the Zeniths are opting to run this brawl here, Sly is able to just kind of farm for free and not really worried about getting dove. Akua is on the Tracer, so like the Tracer can harass the backline. Also, I guess Frosty can too, but with Sly's positioning, they're not really able to get a ton of value to force him down. Booney does go onto the Diva. I'm assuming is expecting the Winston here again. PJ, at least early, is showing the Doomfist. Akua just swap over to the Sombra. I think they might just be looking to full dive Sly here, assuming there's going to be another Mercy Ana. PJ's looking for an opening, but so is Booney. They identify the Ana is kind of alone on this side angle here. Kua takes down PJ. Booney gets taken down really low by Zeus, but it won't be enough. Akua finds Riddle Dog. Or Riddle Dog finds Akua. Zeniths do have point control here. Booney falls super low. Riddle Dog is at a really good position here to just kind of farm. Booney does get taken down really low. Somehow still has the mech. Does get taken down here eventually by a PJ punch and a Riddle Dog slurb. Akua... Oh, I wish I watched that. He must have just walked off the map. I don't think there's any sort of CC that could have pushed him off. Nathan ends up getting the dive onto Nathan to kind of get a stagger pick there. Oh, Akua was probably resetting. He's on the Genji now, which makes a lot of sense. Chinchillas are looking for Corey on this off angle here. Do force off the slide. Corey's already half health. Mikey does have this pulse here. Especially if they can force out the slide from Corey, they could opt to stick that. Need to force the Suzu out from Nathan first. Chinchillas are just giving some space here. Not quite liking what they're looking for. Riddle Dog does find Corey. Charbotron does get taken down. Akua's looking for more. Pulse gets eaten by Booney. Akua gets 2. Might get Riddle Dog here too. They do find Riddle Dog, but still quite a bit of point percentage accrued for the Chinchillas. We'll start to go the other way though. Almost 5 ults coming out for the Zeniths, but 4 excluding this the pulse bomb from Mikey for the Chinchillas. So it's relatively pretty even fight in terms of ult economy. Nano is used onto PJ. Kitsune Rush is used, kind of try to prevent PJ from going too aggressive here. Corey gets taken really low. Beat is used. Mikey gets taken down. Meteor Strike is used with the new buffs to Doom. He does regenerate a lot of health here. Akua does use the blade looking for Sly. Does get Sly looking for Riddle Dog. Riddle Dog gets another punch onto Akua. PJ is having to get out here. Oh, he does just go back for the healing. Sly goes onto the Kiriko. He's identified he's getting dove quite a bit here, so Kiriko should be a little bit harder to dive here, while still providing quite a bit of healing and damage. A lot of ults were used for the Zeniths, the Blade, the Beat, and the Kitsune Rush. Riddle Dog could have a big overclock here, especially with this Mercy Pocket. Before he uses the overclock first, does find Mikey. Booney gets taken down super low. Booney gets taken down. Corey gets 2, though. Corey's looking for more. Nathan finds Sly, so I don't think the Chinchillas will be able to fight or take this point here. Mikey might be able to touch here. It's going to be close. With Charbotron dying there, that is really rough. Oh, PJ I think will be able to get barely gets the touch off. Mikey with this pulse here. Could be big. Mikey gets the touch again. Valk is used from spawn from Charbotron. Booney gets 2, actually. Stick does come out, but finds the tank, so that'll just be healed up by the supports of the Zeniths. Brashi falls really low, but I don't know if Mikey can clutch this out on his own. PJ's coming back super soon, but I think it's going to be just a little short. Boop comes out from Frosty to prevent the touch. We'll be going to a map 3 on Busan here. Still a really close fight from both sides. The ults, I think, just got a little bit more value on the side of the Zeniths. Mecha base here is just the 3rd point. I think is very favorable to what the Zeniths want to run. They do actually show Booney on the Rhine. I feel like it's been a... man. I was really hoping it... Oh wait, we do get the Rhine. Let's go! Aww. I mean, I think either would work here. PJ also very confident on this Ramatra. But they look really good. They seem like they really want to be forcing this this brawl comp. Sly on this the Baptiste. I know Sly's Baptiste is very good here. Charbotron also known for that Lucio. And then Maze used from DPS on both sides. Wall used early on the PJ. Wall attempted there. Mikey gets taken down by Akua. And who also ends up finding PJ there. Booney just runs in. Akua gets 5! Akua with the 5k, and I didn't spec him for a single one. We'll probably get the play of the game. So yeah, it is really tough to push into this, especially with this Mei. They kind of need to either get an ult or just get a really good rotation here to kind of force the spacing. Wall used early, but the wall still does come out. Finds the Mei and the Ramatra there. Lamp is used. PJ gets taken down there. Akua with another one. Akua, 6 of his, not anymore now. 7 of his team's 8 kills. 8 of his team's 9 kills this match. Close to this Blizzard. Riddle Dog just pop onto the Jay Silly here. This is a throwback to when he rang for Rory in the Junkyard Dogs game, Season 2. Wall does come out on a PJ. PJ uses the Nemesis for him. Blue is used, but they managed to kite that. Riddle Dog does still get taken down by the rail from Corey. Annihilation is used from Booney. And the Zeniths just managed to get another team wipe there. After how close that last map looked and how dominant the Chinchillas looked on downtown, this is almost as clean as you possibly could get for the Zeniths. They're rotating to kind of match this push here. Window used from both sides. Wall is used. Doesn't manage to catch the Chinchillas. Riddle Dog gets Frosty, though. PJ gets Akua. Annihilation is used. I think that might be a little bit of an overinvestment, but Booney actually gets 2, so maybe the Annihilation was needed. Booney gets taken down. Corey on the high ground gets 1. And with the spawns coming in, I think it might be an advantage for the Zeniths now, actually. Riddle Dog able to get Corey there, so Chinchillas are able to stabilize, but it is looking really rough here with such a big advantage for the Zeniths. With all the ults that were used from the Zeniths that fight, it is looking like a pretty good ult advantage here for the Chinchillas, so if they use these ults well, if they get a lot of value and still manage to save some of them, they could look really good here. Tire used from Riddle Dog does get Corey. Riddle Dog gets taken down by Corey on the other side, though. Booney gets taken down really low. It's really hard for the Chinchillas to invest when they know that Akua is holding this this wall. Akua ends up getting Sly. Mikey with this overclock here. Beat is used by Charvatron. Nathan ends up getting taken down. Beat's also used by Frosty. Later Beat usually is better in Overwatch, so we'll see if the Zenith's able to do something there. They get PJ. And then I think Riddle Dog actually gets Frosty somehow. The Zeniths are not fighting for this point here. They just want the kills. They do send Corey to go contest the point. Mikey's still alive. Mikey rolls out from underneath. Forces Akua's Blizz. The Chinchillas are actually able to kind of stagger this point here, so PJ onto this Doomfist almost punches Booney off the map. Annihilation is used, likely will wrap up that point there. PJ isn't end up going to reset. They should have a touch here. Likely it's going to be last fight from both teams, so we'll see if Chinchillas are able to kind of give it their swan song here. Riddle Dog gets the touch on the Sombra here, but not a whole lot he can do there just by himself. Nathan uses this window on high ground. Frosty ends up taking down PJ. Booty ends up getting taken down there, so without the tank, that might be an opening for the Chinchillas. Zeus gets taken down by Akua, and Nathan finds Charvatron, so yeah, the Chinchillas do crumble there. Riddle Dog is trying his best, but I don't think that'll be enough. And just like that, we get a 3-0 sweep for the Zeniths. Chinchillas are trying their best. Next week, they're going to have their last chance to take a win this season. Akua with 1. Akua with 2. Akua with 3. Akua with 4. Akua with 5.
Hello? What's up? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they won, I wouldn't have been upset because I know they put in a lot of work, but I'm really glad that we won.
Uh-oh,
And
I was muted.
they're
Uh-oh.
going to be scary if they got into playoffs, and I just did not want to let that happen.
They were gonna be what? They were gonna be scary?
Scary
Yeah.
in playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, they seem like they've been making a lot of improvements throughout the season. Were you guys like expecting anything? Was there anything in your game plan that you made specifically for the Chinchillas, knowing that they made all these moves?
I don't really know, to be honest.
No. Okay. Another
I
thing I was
know
gonna ask.
Nathan Ring on a ringer team for one of their scrims,
Yeah.
and he had a gist of generally what comps they would run, so that was really helpful going into it, to be honest.
You set him in as the spy.
Yeah, basically.
Another thing. I wanted to ask Booney this, but you might know secondhand. Did he have any sort of like resentment for the Chinchillas for trading him? Was he like?
No,
Was this
I
no?
don't think so.
This wasn't like a special game for him to face off against his former team.
Not that I know of.
No. Speaking of Booney, like I know you're the captain. You just made that big Booney trade. What do you think? What do you think about Booney since he's joined your team?
I'd say he's pretty similar to like Kath. They both brought in like really big positive energy and stuff like that. I don't know. They're just really good at doing what they do.
Okay, let me real quick. I'm gonna check the playoff picture. I know right now you guys are. Oh, I think you guys actually have #1 seed. I think that has officially clinched you guys with the #1 seed.
Really?
Yeah. You're gonna be 5-0 after this in the division, and the next highest right now is 2-1. So even if they win out, they'd have 4 wins. So I think you guys are clinched. Next week, who are you playing next week?
The Foxes.
The Foxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're actually right below you. So, are you gonna? Are you? How much are you guys gonna try, knowing you've locked up the first seed? Are you guys gonna get a little silly?
Ideally, we'd like to win, but we might be down people just because people are moving and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we'll have to see if we can round up the team, or we might need some ringers. But we'll still give it our all, I think.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I have for you while you're here. Oh, I want to ask you about your division. I know. Before this game, you guys had a warm up versus the Dongers.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Dongers and Foxes are second. Looks like they're gonna finish second and third in your division.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? I guess either in your division or in the other division that you're either scared of or you're looking forward of possibly playing in the playoffs? Any teams you have your eye on?
I mean, obviously, like Gatos and Nombis are scary. We lost to Brawlers and Raccoons. That was kind of rough, but we were also like down people for some of them. But
so no one in your division you're worried about.
Well, Foxes are a little scary. I think we could still beat the Dongers, but they did take a map off us in the warm up.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that we would beat everyone in our division.
I'm looking right now. Since you guys are the first seed, you're gonna end up playing the 4th seed in the opposite division. So the way it's shaping up right now, it's likely either going to be the Brawlers, the Raccoons, or the Villains. If you were to pick one of those teams to face, between those 3 teams, who do you want to face?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did mention your game versus the Raccoons. I believe that game you guys were down 3 ringers. So
yeah, we were. I think the easiest matchup for us would be Villains.
Oh, you hear that, Villains? Just throwing some shade at you.
They got Cupcake on it. I hate Cupcake.
Yeah. They are a really strong team, but what's wild to me is the fact that one of those 3 teams is going to miss the playoffs. I think they all are very deserving. So
Yeah, I agree.
I think that would be a really good matchup. Like regardless of who you play in the first round between those 3 teams, I think that would be a really good matchup. So yeah, I think that's it. I'll send you to El Clasico. If you were not match MVP, who on your team would you give it to and why?
I guess probably just Nathan for keeping the comms up and filling in on roles that everyone else isn't comfortable doing.
Yeah, I think Nathan especially playing the BAP and the Kiri. I think he got quite a bit of value today too. So I think that's a good shout. Nathan's always always a good guy to give some props to. So yeah, I think that just about does it for the stream. Thank you, Akua, for the interview. Congratulations to your team, the Zeniths, for their win and for first seed in your division. We'll see you guys in the playoffs. But that just about does it for the stream. I believe we have 3 games tomorrow. I don't know if they will all get prodded, but we'll at least try to get some of them prodded. So stay tuned. Tune in tomorrow, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice night.